Times now, remember, has been reporting from war-torn Israel. Let's get you this exclusive ground report from a shelter home, because it has affected the lives of many who've been uprooted from their daily life and are now living in the shelter homes.
देखिए, हम इनसे बातचीत कर रहे थे, जैसे ही बातचीत कर रहे थे सायरन बजना शुरू हो गया। सायरन बजते ही आप देखिए, सबसे पहले ये अपने परिवार के सदस्यों को सबसे पहले बच्चों उठाने की कोशिश करेंगे। ये हालत यहाँ पे है। देखिए, आप देखिए कितना यहाँ पे सिचुएशन देखिए है कि कुछ भी कभी भी कुछ हो सकता है। ये अनसर्टेनिटी का माहौल आपको यहाँ पे देखने को मिलेगा। सबसे पहले देखिए, माँ अपने बच्चे को उठाती है, सबसे पहले कोशिश इनकी रहती है कि किसी तरीके से इनको अंदर लेके जाना है। और ये देखिए, इनको सबसे पहले अंदर उस वाले कमरे में लेके जाती है जो बॉम्ब शेल्टर की तरह है, और इसे इस शेल्टर रूम में लेके हम इनसे बात ही कर रहे थे, ये बता रहे थे कि किस तरीके से मॉन्स्टर्स के साथ डील किया जाएगा। See, this is the story of pain, this is a story of terror, this is a story of tyranny. This is what actually all the family members are going through. Let's see, right now they have brought their kids here and they will be staying here till the siren is over, because whenever there is a siren, it means the rockets are being fired, the missile is being fired from the Gaza side, because ever since they have come to know the Israeli troops are going to enter, they have started targeting most of these areas close to Tel Aviv, and Tel Aviv is on their target. And right now also you can see how they are responding. And that's how now you in such a situation you can understand what exactly is going on right now in Israel. But they want that these people need to be taught lesson. ये वो दरिंदे हैं जिन्होंने नरसंहार किया। ये चाहते हैं कि उनकी जो फैमिली मेंबर है रोनी जल्दी से जल्दी घर वापस आए, लेकिन अगर वो नहीं भेजते तो हमारी इजराइल की फोर्स अंदर एंटर जाके करके उनको पूरी तरह से खत्म कर दे, नस्तनाबूद कर दे।
Now the death toll in Israel has mounted to 1,400. Reports also suggesting that over 2,600 people have been killed in the Israeli strikes. Let's go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta, who's joining us from Tel Aviv with the latest on what's happening on ground. Israel has also planned the ground offensive, but Pradeep, as we're clearly seeing, the human impact of the war continues. It's important to mention, though, while the Hamas terrorists had identified civilians and were targeting them, Israel is looking at the terrorists.
No doubt about that. In fact, Hamas people have turned Gaza into a terror den, and they are using people for their vested interests. They are using them as human shield. That's one of the reasons that despite several ultimatums given by the Israeli forces, Israeli administration, asking people to move, many of them are not able to move out because Hamas terrorists are playing role of an obstructionist. They are stopping them from going out. Not that because they have got any kind of a love for them. The only reason is they want to use them as human shield, because they know once the Israeli troops will be targeting them, there will be more civilian casualty, and that way they'll be able to instigate people, project Israeli troops in bad light, to vitiate further atmosphere, so that vicious cycle of violence continues. That is what they had been doing for the last several years, and this is the same old strategy they are employing this time too. But so far as Israel is concerned, they've already made it clear that they have asked people to move out, not because of any military logic, but because of on humanitarian grounds, because they do not want any kind of a damage or civilian casualty. That's why they want that there should be a kind of a peace corridor. Already they have asked Egypt to provide that peace corridor from where they can move. But yes, it's not that easy moving out such a large population in such a short span of time. Some of them have already moved out, but still many of them are still there. That's a big challenge right now for the Israeli troop before launching any kind of a ground assault. Though they have been carrying out some of the raids and small surgical strike where they are trying to target Hamas leadership. 3 of them have already been eliminated during the last 48 hours, but still there are many more who are hiding inside the network of tunnels. And then the other challenge is that we have seen that many of the buildings have been brought to, have been raised to rubble. So the space will be very less for the armored vehicles and the tanks to move, because there are congested streets. Unlike Israel, we don't find the very wide roads there in Palestine, because there's a small area, large population, congested streets. So things are going to be difficult, because these people will go for the guerrilla tactics. They will try to either use snipers, or they will try to target them from the tunnels. But yes, Israel knows everything about this kind of a planning for Hamas. So they have already made up a blueprint that how to tackle them and how to once again flush out those Hamas terrorists from that area now or never. That is what actually they are following the template. Because we saw that 2 days back, even Benjamin Netanyahu, he went to some of those areas in the forward posts where he interacted with the soldiers. He said, are you ready for the second phase? Because first phase is already over. And all the soldiers in excitement said, because their morale is very high, they said, yes, we are ready for the second phase. Second phase means ground assault. Second phase means penetrating deep inside the Gaza territory. But yes, like every war, the war never brings in good stories. War only leads to terror, tyranny, death and destruction. The same thing is being witnessed here also. More than 1,300 people lost their lives
and the peace
Israel
being shattered by the inhumane act of the Hamas terrorists. Pradeep will continue coming back to you for those updates from ground. We'll be right back after a short break.